Is it too late to start selling on Etsy? People ask this all the time, every single year. But as it's only we're the third month into this new year, let's find out if it really is too late to start selling on Etsy. I think no, but we can use eRank, which is why this is sitting open. We can use eRank to look at this. If we go to competition top sellers, there's a nifty feature here that I can figure out something for. So we'll leave it to countries all, categories all, but year shop opened. So let us look at the shops that opened this year. And if it's too late to start selling on Etsy right now, then there won't be any decent big sellers, will they? Now, so I don't think I'm going to click on the first store because of the name, Pretty Naughty Store. I might click on that in my own private time. But so of the shops that started, that just opened, this isn't even shops that had been created but didn't start selling anything. This is shops that were opened brand new on Etsy in 2023. Are there any selling? Well, number one, and it's not even an American store, it's a UK store, but they have over 10,000 sales already. Now, you might look at me and go, Pam, yeah, but that's a terrible shop. They're doing awful things or whatever. But it's the simple thing of showing that it is possible to get a massive amount of sales. It is possible. But let's scroll down some more. So there's a whole load of shops. The top 10 have over 3,000 sales. So basically they're definitely probably in the top 1% of Etsy sellers already after less than 3 months. Keep scrolling down. Where's 1,000 and above? There we go. So almost the top 50 shops that were opened this year already have over 1,000 sales. I don't want to look at the top ones. The top ones are, yeah, whatever. But okay, this one sounds interesting. Let us open you and have a look. Shall we find a different shop just in case? Don't like the look of that. I'm trying to, there will be lots of shops that are, well, even print on demand shops, doesn't matter. That's actually worth opening. That looks like two mystic type shops. That's interesting. Bloom with Becca, that sounds interesting as well, because I mean they've just opened this year and have over 500 sales. Sounds interesting already. Let's see, can I nip over here and have a look? I just want to actually check that's showing up on my screen. It is. So we go firstly, Love Spells by Aura. I don't know any of these shops, I just found them by accident. But yeah, that shop is 68 days old and is making nearly 10 sales a day, which is fantastic. Oh, Canadian shop. Respect to my Canadian friends. So, yeah, so that's interesting in that it's not a print on demand shop, it's selling spells. I mean, we have a spirituality and religion category, so that is very interesting to say the least. Can we go over to their shop and just have a little nosy? Just so they only have 23 listings. Good. So, okay, there's a good reason why they're doing well. Is getting a high number of reviews gets you seen really well by Etsy. Let's go. I like to go to the back, to the end of the reviews. So yeah, there's that about their first review. So yeah, Love Charms, good reviews. It's a happy looking shop. It gets lots of reviews. Now I don't see any links or anything to social media or anything, so we can't say if they're driving lots of traffic from social media. It's a possibility that they are a known celebrity in that niche. That's not saying that it's not possible to do well, on Etsy, you know, and that they're proven otherwise. Like, everyone has to build up their own brand, and it's possible they've built up their brand somewhere else and been able to come on here. But it shows, I mean, that is not a niche I would have expected to be a top seller already so quickly. So great job. Let's see what bendy shirts is what I thought. Again, similar age, similar number of sales. They're an American shop. Okay. Vintage. Is it vintage shirt? I think this is print on demand. I knew this was going to happen, that we would find a shop that isn't necessarily selling things they're supposed to. That happens, but let's go over and look at their shop. I don't know. I don't know these people. Let's read about their announcements. Well, our products are being heavily discounted. Oof, yeah, like a $5 for a shirt. But they're saying vintage, but I don't think these are vintage items. I think it's a vintage style giveaway, and this is a bestseller. I can't say they're not cute, but yeah, unfortunately, the reason they are doing so well, yeah, I can make all Disney characters, so it's handmade. Yes, it's not a vintage shirt, it's a print on demand shirt. Okay, knew that would come up. Okay, so the reason they are selling lots is because they are selling stuff they shouldn't. And that is not me saying you should be selling stuff you shouldn't. That is, there's a high number of people looking for things like this. And it seems like there's a low competition because there's not so many people selling it as you would think. There's not so many people selling it as you think because Disney's come along and got them shut down. So, yeah, absolutely adorable stuff. It's not your stuff to sell. Knew we would get that. Yep, bad luck. But you still can sell a lot if people are looking for the thing. You just have to find the thing that isn't Disney. Okay, Spells by Psychic Luna is another. Is this the same person? No, Aurora and Luna. But yeah, Spells again. So that is interesting. I can only imagine all the whole Wednesday Addams. What other things? Oh, there's been Anne Rice type things. The Mayfair Witches and the Vampire Lestat TV shows are out. So spiritual things are clearly on the up. What I really am interested here is how many few listings she's got. So often you see you can't be a top seller without hundreds and hundreds of listings. And she's only got 19 and made 600 sales in less than a month. Luna, well done. Looks okay to me. Consultation, spells. You see, it's not the same person. It's probably not the same person. But anyway, this gives us an idea. Love it, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I love her. Not full. People are rubbish with her not giving 5 stars. Oh, I see, right. It's been a month since I've seen my target. This is reviewing if the spell brought back their ex. So, oh, bless. You're gonna struggle with reviews. Again, I can't see any social or anything. Oh, boy. Yeah, people are reviewing based on whether love spells work. That's hilarious. People are awful. But anyway, so it's a good shop. So clearly love spells, banishment, love spells. This, yeah, psychic, but it's mainly about love. So there is a kind of niche there for sure. Well, there's already a niche and it's spiritual, but Oh my goodness. £2,000 for ultimate improvement spell. But the rest, I would not have thought people would pay that much. So I'm super interested. Definitely not going to do it, but there you go. There's a niche that I definitely didn't think would do well, is doing great. Oh wow, this is not a shop with just one listing, is it? All-in-one planner. It is. 570 sales with one listing. We've got to go and look at this one. All right. They're in London. Congratulations. I always nothing against Americans. There's just so many of you. We just used to always see Americans there in the top. But wow, on the one listing, let's see, all-in-one Norton planner, 41 reviews. They're doing well. It is one listing. Wow. Let's check if that's what all the reviews were for. Yeah. They have one listing in their shop. They've had 570 sales in less than a quarter of a year. Wow. Okay. So there's some more things we can do. If you guys haven't seen this before, where's my bookmarks? I will pop up my bookmark bar, and we have this little button here, which is the eRank Super Spy tool. Now, we've already looked at their shop, so I want to look at this listing. So anytime you're in a listing, like, I want to know some more about this listing. So we hit the little eRank Super Spy tool, which you can get on eRank under Tools Shortcut button. So I hit this, and what this is going to do, shortcut button, takes me to the listing audit for this listing, so I can go and have a look at her listing. Yeah, this listing has had some views. Careful not to remove good keywords. Yeah, so this is 100% visibility listing. But let's have a look at it. 17,000 views. We know it's making a huge number of sales because we know all of her sales come from this listing. I'm saying her, let's just assume. Let's have a look at the title. So, in my head I was saying Notion planner, aesthetic and beginner friendly template, habit tracker. That's clear what it is. Let's see how good her SEO is. So the tags that she's aiming for the most: Notion planner, I'm guessing, and aesthetic planner. Interesting. But Notion as a keyword by itself makes no sense to me, but is actually quite a strong keyword to get seen for. 2023 planners, of course, is a rising thing. Digital planners is a good keyword all the time. And yes, I think this is where they have hit a niche hard. Hit a niche running is this Notion template. This is a brand new one for me, but if you want a keyword, guys, here's the keyword. So is it possible? Yes. And if you can find that niche, it's like the people who jumped in and got face masks super quickly and did really well. Well, this shop has figured out whatever this trend for Notion templates are. I have literally no idea. I'll have to research this, but there are way more people searching for this, and the people who search for it are clicking on listings. They're loving seeing what they're seeing when they search for it. And yeah, there's a good chance that they're buying, and there is 4 times the number of people clicking on these things, give or take, than there is competition for this thing on Etsy. There's not many listings for this thing. Wow. And here again, Notion dashboard, whatever that is, I have no idea. It's some kind of a habit tracker. So these are all good kind of keywords. But okay, can you start in 2023 and do really well? Is everything too saturated? Well, digital planners is a hugely saturated category. But if you find a niche that people are looking for, it's not even like you could say there, oh, it's a new trend, but it's not. It's growing, but it's a trend. It's a trend that's been around for a year. Let's dig more. I'm super interested here, actually. This is fascinating. So if you click on it, we get a closer look. This is, as most things are, mostly USA and Canada. It's not really picked up in the UK yet, which is probably why I haven't heard of it. Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, the listings in the top 100 listings ranking for this are high daily view listings. They're doing well. So it is the kind of thing you're saying, could I rank for it? Yeah, most likely. Wow, wow, wow. We have found a keyword, guys. Goodness me. So, and yes, it's in paper and party supplies. And so we can look in at the other similar keywords. Notion aesthetic is a thing that's just kicked off. Notion templates. This is a keyword. This is definitely a keyword of all the planner things. ADHD Notion suddenly blew up out of nowhere. But I'm going to have to find out what this is. Notion habit tracker. People are looking for that. But the reason I've come to the keyword tool is so, well, you can look at the prices. It's a cheap thing, but it's a digital download. It's a planner. And yeah, it's a digital download. People, you don't need a processing time or anything. But we can come down and look at what else is ranking for this as well. So if I click here twice, then I can see, wow, the highest views for this thing. And these aren't old listings. So yeah, when people are searching for this keyword, they are loving what they're seeing here. So yeah, guys, this is how you do well. Now, it's not easy to find these kind of trends, although we just did it in like 15 minutes by accident. But this is the one time I will say that you can look at competition and see if there's a surprise niche. But you would have to be really quick to jump on this, because I think this is blowing up. Basically, most of the listings are reasonably well established in that they're, a few months old. They've got a high number of views and stuff. So, what's the youngest listings? So yeah, now there's some pretty new ones that are still ranking fairly high. So yeah, I think you could do quite well. Oh, that's interesting. Magic self-care planner. So is this connected with the spirituality thing, mindfulness here? But anyway, whatever a Notion tracker is, it's huge. I'm just totally, I hadn't planned with this video. I just wanted to show you that it was possible to start a shop and do really well. I didn't think we would find something just so amazingly interesting. I'm not suggesting that anybody should be jumping on this unless this is your niche and you totally understand it, then jump on this. But what I'm saying is, this is fascinating, and definitely you can start a shop in 2023 and you'll be successful. Loads of people are. And some of them will be dodgy shops, as we've seen. Some of them will be shut down, unfortunately. Some of them are completely not what I expected at all. It looks like the metaphysical, spiritual things are huge again. And templates. But yeah, there's so many places that you can find little niches that suddenly blow up out of nowhere. This worked out better than I anticipated. Yeah, let me know what you all think. Wow, that that was a surprising one. I usually find good keywords, but not usually that good keywords. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.